By now, you've probably scrolled to Instagram or Pinterest and seen the quote-unquote aesthetically pleasing notes. If you're specifically watching this video, then I can assume that you also want to take these quote-unquote aesthetically pleasing notes. But here's the problem, right? Either A, you don't know how to take aesthetic notes, or B, you'd rather put in minimal effort to catch up on that TV show you've been dying to watch. You see, that's the biggest misconception when taking aesthetic notes. Either A, it's too hard, or B, it takes too much time. In this video, I want to disprove this misconception and show you how to take simple, effective, quick, and aesthetic notes. The supplies I'll be using are fairly simple. Number 1, a black pen. Using a black pen is going to make your notes clean, crisp, and neat. It's only going to make your notes look 10 times better than if you were to use an ordinary pencil. Number 2, your favorite correction tape. If you're like me and you make thousands of mistakes, then this is going to be your best friend. The Tombow Mono correction tape is by far my favorite. And finally, the key to making your notes quote-unquote aesthetic, your favorite highlighters. Now, I want to be clear that when I say highlighters, I mean either 1 or 2. Using more than 2 highlighters is neither going to make your notes aesthetic or effective. Now, I encourage you to have a little fun with this. Choose your favorite colors or choose a funky color scheme. When it comes to titling your notes, you certainly do not need to take more than 30 seconds to do this. Writing your title in all lowercase with your favorite highlighter color is more than enough. Sometimes I'll even add a subtitle, but even again, I'll write it in all lowercase with just a simple black pen. It's quick, easy, and aesthetic. When it comes to the actual note-taking process, my note-taking style usually varies from each class, but I typically stick with some sort of a bullet point system. Nevertheless, I always add some sort of header, and I take my first highlighter color and always highlight it. That way, when revision time comes, you can easily find the information you're looking for. Like I said, my bullet point system always changes. Sometimes I just jot down a bunch of important terms. Now, I think it's noteworthy to remember that spelling mistakes or grammatical mistakes do not matter at all during this note-taking process, and worrying about them is only going to hurt you, especially during those in-class lectures. So here I'm taking my second highlighter color and I am boxing some important information that I need to know. Sometimes I'll box my information or I'll highlight my information just to make things a little more interesting, but doing more than that is simply a waste of time. Here you can see that I did not box some terms as nicely as I could have, and this is where correction tape becomes your best friend, because you can easily fix this in less than 20 seconds. And even though it doesn't look as perfect, rewriting your notes simply because you made a silly boxing mistake and it doesn't look as nice as it could be is definitely a waste of time. Don't make your notes aesthetic for the sake of it looking aesthetic. Rather, make your notes aesthetic so that it's more motivating to look at and you'll have clean and organized notes. If you ever find yourself to the point where you're just scribbling notes and you can't keep up with what the teacher's saying, then this is definitely an indication that you're probably writing down an unnecessary amount of information that you're probably not going to be tested on. After all, the purpose of taking notes is only to write down the important information, not to write down an entire transcript of the 1-hour lecture you've just been in. Not only is that a waste of ink, your energy, but you're probably not going to refer to those notes at all. Here I'm highlighting an important vocab term that I'm probably going to look back at. This is going to make it bold and easy to find. Additionally, I like using brackets to combine pieces of information together. Sometimes I prefer writing down all my notes and going back to highlight everything. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you'd like me to do a video on how to take effective notes, please leave it down in the comments below and I'll be happy to do it. So that's pretty much it, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!